book club one more time. I so enjoyed doing yesterday's, and my parents were both really supportive of what I had made. So I'm really excited to record a second one. And going with the same book, I know there are a million more books that I want to share with you. Some poetry, and also the plague, considering what we've been going through. But anyway, I do want to continue with a bit more Krishnamurti in the vein of meditation and this idea of movement in a certain direction. So I got so excited about making these videos, and we do this in our life. We're like, oh, that went great. Let's do more of it, power through it, keep going, and we end up in this very linear direction, and we wake up one day like, how did I get here, And so actually just the page after I was explaining or talking through yesterday, Krishnamurti writes, we are educated and conditioned to move according to directions, from here to there. We have an idea, a belief, a concept, a formula. And that just rings so true to me. And I don't know if this is just my nature or the culture we live in, or the fact that I was educated for many, many years as a neuroscientist. But we have this idea that here's a formula, great, we found it, we can do it this way, exactly the same way, day after day, forever, and this is guaranteed bliss. But if you really study neuroscience, you realize that that never works. We get habituated, we want more, we want something more intense. We engineer our food this way. We want it to be sweeter, saltier, stronger, smaller, more condensed, more easily available, more. And then we get fat, and then we exercise more intensely, get thinner, stronger. Anyway, there's this idea of balance and being more creative and being more open, and the sense of spacious awareness of what we are doing and why we are doing it. And that really negates all habits and all formulas, and that's what he goes on to talk about. We fix that there is a goal, an idea, a direction. We walk in that direction. When you walk in a direction, there is no space. When you are concentrated or walk and think in a particular direction, you have no space in the mind. And that's usually what brings us to meditation, is that we feel so crowded in the mind. We're going to do this, I'm going to do it this way, it worked this way yesterday, I want this tomorrow, this is what I'm going to do today. And we end up like just crowded. And I love that idea that the mind can be spacious, right? We think of space as being a physical, tangible, measurable thing, and the mind as not being those things. But to conceive of space in the mind, and then we can talk about time, that when you have more space in the mind, then time opens up as well, and you don't feel so crowded, you don't feel so crunched in, you're not checking your clock all the time. It's a beautiful state. He writes, or he speaks, when the mind is overcrowded, there is no space. Space is necessary, and where there is attention, there is no direction, but rather space. I love that. That's the part that I color penciled in orange, which is where there is attention, there is no direction, but rather space. And that's what I feel in a sense of presence, in a sense of being here, being now. There is an opening, a spaciousness, and then you pay attention. And attention is not this laser focus that we tend to really value in terms of productivity, but the quality that you need for creativity, for awareness, for feeling what sustains us as energetic beings, right? You're not driving and pushing, you are aware and drawing in, and maybe your goal shifts and maybe the way you get to it shifts, but in all of that time you are here and you feel space. I love that. So happy to share that with you. Hope you find time to pay attention and feel space and here and now. I'll talk to you again soon because I love this. I'm going to keep going in this direction.